this is crazy. Like, look at the tip, which is completely missing. How is that possible even? What is going on, everybody? And today we're looking on 2012 E93 M3. Can you imagine that? For the past 10 days I put 4,000 miles in there. Oh, this is a great story. So if you want to skip that portion of the video, I think that's going to be for a minute. Just go ahead and roll it straight to the under the hood footage, and we're going to start replacing the spark plugs. It's pretty simple, straightforward. But before that, I purchased the car in LA. I drove through the Scenic One Highway 101, California 1, San Francisco, Tahoe Lake, winter, snow, Denver, Colorado, snowboarding, going in the mountains in that car, rear wheel drive, freaking crazy ass tires, like really bad tires actually. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit. Anyway, for the trip, link in the description below for the videos. After all, let's get back to the spark plugs. 47,000 miles on the car. For past 4,000 I had the check engine light, which is pop up with the misfire cylinder 1 and cylinder 6, after all actually 2 times. But those cars, the S65 engine, eating bunch of stuff. Oil, which is the first thing, and second and the major thing is the gasoline and the spark plug. So it like to eat stuff and eat fast. Oil, 1,000 miles, 1 quart of oil. Spark plugs, pretty much 40,000 miles, gotta replace the spark plugs. Gasoline, 20 miles per gallon, pretty much on a highway, 80-90 miles per hour drive. In a city, oh my goodness, 8-9 miles per gallon, which is goodness gracious. Anyway, let's hop under the hood and I'll show you how to replace the spark plugs on 2012 E93 M3 S65 engine. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you how the RPM acting while we're losing one cylinder. But basically, you feel like the engine hitting some type of bump, a really minor one. The left side, which is right here, bank 1, covered behind the air intake, which is going to be bank 2. Bank 1 going to have count from 1, 4. Other side going to have 5, 8 from the front to the back. The cylinder 4 is covered right behind those housing, which is going to be kind of a little bit of troubles to reach there. So first what we do, there kind of a knob for the connector, which we gotta press it and pull it down. Okay. The second one, we wanted to twist coil. Spray bar, always the help. Just a little bit. For the socket, I have the gear wrench, which is strictly for spark plugs. Not strictly, you can use it for whatever you want. But it does have a built-in like ball head in there, and it's allow you to rotate the top, while inside have a magnet. And as you can see, it has pretty strong magnet inside, which is great. And for spark plugs, I choose the NGK-R, which is LKR8P4471, which is the number of the spark plug. All of those tools, I will get you the links in the description below. And so before doing any of that, I would suggest you to use the compressed air and blow it out, the whatever residue is in there. It's crazy. Like, look at the tip, which is completely missing. How is that possible even? Like, engine definitely have lots of carbon buildup, which is like gonna run the Tecron fluid or injector fluid after all, couple more times, as I did. But of driving that many miles, that's what we getting. And I'm assuming the cylinder 6 in the same shape and rest of them. So I'll try to clean it up and show you how bad the connectors, the tips of the spark plug look like. And after cleaning carbon deposit from the spark plug, we have pretty interesting results. Those spark plugs can run for more than 100k miles with no problems. But the S65 is oil destroyer. Simply it's burning the oil, and the cylinder 1 spark plugs was little loose. So I'm assuming that we was having some air leaks or so, and that's why cylinder 1 have that much of carbon deposit on it. And also that's why you need to change the spark plugs every 30 to 50,000 miles on those engines. After all, get the new spark plug, pop it in, screw it on, and type it up. I hold a wrench very at the top and trying to like push it a little bit harder, but as far as you don't have leverage, you're not gonna over tighten it. After that, let's pop first coil. You just make sure it just click all the way. The connector is connected. Second one should be easier. Oh wow. Wow. Somebody was doing this stupid stuff with replacing a spark plug. For my right here, it's a cylinder 1, which is we've been cleaning. But as you can see, the top, the edges are sharper than the cylinder number 2. Cylinder number 2, up to me, looks pretty good. So I'm assuming the cylinder 1 and cylinder 6 are having some issues of building the carbon deposit. That's it. The spark plug number 3 is in pristine conditions. For the 4th spark plug, we're gonna have our terminal, which is the positive cable, which goes all the way right behind the engine. So what you want to do is, there is 2 wires, they like connected together. So you want to gently push them upward to be reaching the clip, and then with our pry bar we're going to remove the connector. Okay, so a little bit of wiggling, bubbling, we managed to pop the coil. But the other question, where it's going to be able to go to. And I just wanted to, yeah, so as you possibly could see, with an angle and pulling toward the front of the car, basically can't pull it out the coil. Step's going to be undo the spark plug. I'll do the shorter extension. I'll do it without extension from the start. Pop the beauty in. Then we'll pop the extension, try not to drop anything. And as the previous one, condition is really nice. There is nothing wrong with it. A little bit darkish, but it's pretty legit. Okay guys, the crucial information about the last spark plug, which is extremely painful and hard to pop it back, snap it back on. So use a little bit WD-40, spray it inside of the coil, because apparently it has to snap on a spark plug. If you're not sure if it's on the spark plug, is it connected, is it seated right, you want to remove the coil and basically use the old spark plug and try to pop it back on, and you're gonna hear that click. Basically that's what you gotta hear after all, in very at the end in there. So if there is no click whenever you try to push it or pray it on, it's not gonna happen. So what I did, I squeezed my hand, the left hand, I reach it all the way to the back of the engine. There is just enough space to fit in my thin hand. I was pushing really hard and I wrecked the glove. After all, you grab the edge of the engine cover whenever the valve cover gasket is, and there is a spot for grabbing, for holding your finger in there and then trying to press it on the coil, which is just happened. It just snapped on. It just was that satisfying, like pop. So with no further ado, let's hit to the other side and it's removing the airbox. One 6mm, then 2 10 mils. That is the air vent. Get it from the planning side. Okay, and now we're pretty much able to just pull it up, the whole air box. Removing the top, we simply need to pull it from the underneath. There is two rubber. Just slide your hand, shake it, wiggle it, and voila. But for right now, let's focus on 4 spark plugs. The last one is not going to be a problem as well, because it's positioned pretty good. Show you, if you possibly could see, the inner piece is connected together, so there is some build up and it's not cool. And also we have our location for the low pressure fuel sensor, if somebody wondering. That's located right at the corner of the driver's side. And the last one, it's really hard to see it, but as far as it's like hair thin connection, which is going from the center to the side, which is kind of weird. It's like that composite whatever, but it's definitely not good for a spark plug or for a spark itself. That's it, guys. The really one thing left is put the air box, which is in right here. I'm gonna clean it up from the dust. Back installing the connector from the plenum to the air box, and that's it. Anyway, I'm gonna clean it up the top, but look at that. Look at that. Like, can you see the bottom portion of the engine? It looks pristine. Everything is just sparkling. There is no oil or whatever. That's what means like car have only 40,000 miles, which is insane. This is crazy. And everything, like I said, everything looks gorgeous. And that's it. Please put the thumbs up button there, subscribe my channel, and leave me a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. And the next video actually gonna be about cleaning the car, because under the hood, we pretty straightforward. The oil is fresh, the spark plug is fresh, and then we're gonna need to polish the car. We're gonna need to clean the interior because it's so messy. I didn't show it yet, the interior, and we're gonna be checking the interior, and also we're gonna be cleaning the interior, which is gonna be pretty cool. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.